When most of us think of astrology, what comes to mind? Daily horoscopes, right? But what if I told you that in ancient India, there was this system called Jyotish, and it wasn't just about fortune-telling. It was seen as this profound science, a way to actually understand the universe itself.
The eyes of the Veda. Just let that sink in for a second. That is a powerful statement. The Vedas are the foundational scriptures of Hinduism. So to call Jyotish their eyes, well, that implies something absolutely crucial. That without it, the deepest knowledge just stays hidden. You can't see it.
And that is the big question, right? What does it actually mean to be the eyes of this ancient wisdom? How on earth did a system of looking at planets get such a prestigious title? Well, it's a journey that takes us from divine revelation all the way to some pretty complex mathematics.
Okay, so to really get this eyes metaphor, we first have to talk about the body they're a part of. And that body, well, that's the Vedana itself.
Now, check out this word, apurusheya. It's a big one, but the idea is actually simple and kind of mind-blowing. It means not of a person. See, in this tradition, the Vedas weren't written by anyone. They were considered divine knowledge that was basically heard or revealed to these ancient sages, the rishis, who then passed it all down orally for generations.
So you've got this massive, abstract ocean of knowledge. How do you even begin to grasp it? Well, the ancient sages had a brilliant idea. They personified it. They imagined it as a person, the Veda Purusha, or the body of knowledge. And just like any person, this body has limbs that help it function. And these are the Vedangas, which literally means the limbs of the Veda. Think of them like a toolkit, right? 6 essential different fields of study, each one designed to unlock a different part of Vedic wisdom. Without these tools, the Vedas are just words on a page, but with them, they become knowledge you can actually use.
And here's how it all breaks down. It's really cool. You've got phonetics as the nose for proper pronunciation. Rituals are the hands for taking action. Grammar is the mouth so you can speak correctly. And then bam, number 6, Jyotish, astrology and astronomy, as the eyes, the faculty of sight, of vision, of actually perceiving reality.
So, who were the geniuses behind all this? Who were these seers? Well, Jyotish wasn't just invented by some guy in a cave. It was developed over generations by this truly remarkable family of sages.
Check out this lineage. It's like a dynasty of wisdom. It starts with Maharshi Vashishta, flows to his grandson Parashara, who's basically the father of modern Jyotish. Parashara's son was the legendary Ved Vyasa, who wrote the Mahabharata. And his grandson, Jaimini, developed his own unique system. The knowledge was being passed down and refined within a single family of masters. Incredible.
Okay, now this is super important, so listen up. Today, when we hear astrology, we think predicting the future, full stop. But that is not what it was originally for. Its primary purpose was actually way more practical.
Yeah, see, back then, Jyotish was all about the science of timing. It was used to find the perfect, most auspicious moment, the muhurta, to perform a ritual, get married, or even start a war. It was all about syncing up human actions with the cycles of the cosmos. The whole idea of personal prediction, that came way, way later.
And this quote just nails it. It really gets to the core of why this mattered so much. In that worldview, you could have everything right, the right intention, the perfect mantra, all the right materials, but if you did the ritual at the wrong time, it just wouldn't work. The results wouldn't happen. Timing was literally everything. And Jyotish was the clock.
So, how did they do all this? How did they master timing? Well, the system itself is built on 3 major pillars, or as they're called, the 3 skandhas.
It's a really logical system when you break it down. First, you've got Siddhanta, which is all the math. Then comes Samhita, which looks at the big picture stuff, nations, the weather. And finally, you have Hora, which is the part we're all familiar with today, the part that deals with individual birth charts.
First up, you've got Siddhanta. And let me tell you, this is the absolute foundation, the bedrock. Before you could even think about interpreting anything, you had to be able to calculate it. A true ancient Jyotishi was first and foremost a top-notch mathematician and astronomer. This branch is pure calculation, figuring out exactly where the planets are and when.
Okay, so once you've got the math down, you move on to Samhita. And this is where we zoom out. This isn't about your personal life. It's about us, the collective, the life of a nation, a society, or even the whole world. It uses all that astronomical data to understand huge events like weather patterns, political shifts, even natural disasters.
And that brings us to the third pillar, Hora. Now, this is the branch most people think of when they hear astrology. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty of your personal birth chart, your Jataka, to understand your life's path. So you see, personal fortune-telling is only one piece of a much, much bigger puzzle that's all built on a foundation of hard science.
So, you have this incredible system of math, collective analysis, and personal charts. And with all that in place, Jyotish makes this absolutely mind-blowing claim that it offers a vision that goes way beyond just the here and now.
They call it Trikala Drishti, the vision of 3 times, the past, the present, and the future. And this snaps us right back to our original metaphor, doesn't it? If Jyotish is the eyes, then this is what those eyes can supposedly see. Everything. And there are some traditions out there that claim to prove this in a way that is, well, it's pretty astonishing.
Let me tell you about a tradition called Nadi Jyotish. It's wild. The story goes that thousands of years ago, a sage named Agastya wrote down the life stories of people who'd be born thousands of years in the future on these little palm leaves. To find your leaf, all you give is your thumbprint and the first letter of your name. The reader then starts pulling out these ancient manuscripts until he finds the one that matches your life with insane accuracy.
And the person whose experience we're drawing on for this explainer, he went through this himself. He said after a few misses, the reader pulled out a leaf that had his name, the fact that he had 2 sisters, and that they were both unmarried at that exact moment. In his own words, he was just stunned and said, "He showed me my chart and my exact chart was there." Can you even imagine?
So, where does that leave us? Whether you see this as a predictive art or a mathematical science, what's the real takeaway? What do the eyes of the Veda truly show us today?
Well, first off, it's a map, not a prison sentence. It's meant to be a tool for understanding cosmic patterns, not some unchangeable fate. Second, its foundation isn't guesswork. It's hardcore math and astronomy. And maybe most importantly, its ultimate goal isn't just to predict things, but to offer you direction, to show you your dasha, which is your current state, so you can find your disha, your right path forward.
And that leaves us with one last big thought, doesn't it? We're all obsessed with clocks and calendars, tools that chop up time into these little, measurable pieces. It's quantity. But what if a system like Jyotish is really trying to show us the quality of time? If that's true, could it give us a completely new lens for navigating the direction of our own lives?